I just landed in Philadelphia and I'm ready to make my prediction for the NFC Championship game. Before I do, I want to say that it's an honor to be at this game, and I feel like I'm here to witness the beginning of a legendary rivalry. The Niners and Eagles, to me, are the two best teams in the NFL. And I feel like they're the only two teams that are going to matter in the NFC for the next few years, because the Cowboys are going to stick with Dak, the Seahawks are going to stick with Geno, and the Lions are going to stick with Jared Goff, which means that these are the two superpowers in the NFC. And I feel like I'm going to be here again. Well, maybe not here in Philly, but these teams are going to be facing each other in the NFC Championship for years to come. And it's going to be the type of rivalry that the Niners and Cowboys were when I was a kid. That being said, I feel like I've been struggling all week with a prediction. And I think most people, whether they're picking Eagles or Niners, are expecting a high-scoring game because these are two of the best offensive coaches in the league, plus two quarterbacks who are red hot. I get that. But to me, I look at it a different way. I think this is going to be a defensive game, a low-scoring game. These are the two best defenses in the league statistically in terms of yards allowed, and they have a lot of veterans who have been in big games before. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, you got two very young quarterbacks in the biggest games of their lives with more pressure on them than they've ever faced, going against better defenses than they've seen all season. So I think this is going to be a defensive struggle. I expect both Brock Purdy and Jalen Hurts to play really well. I expect both of them to protect the football and not turn it over. Really, the Niners have been getting takeaways by the bushel all season. I don't think it's going to be that easy. I don't think the Eagles are going to set up the Niners with short fields, and vice versa. I think both of these teams are going to have to work extremely hard for every freaking yard that they get, and I love football games like that. That being said, the Niners are the road team, and it's their fault. They could have taken care of business earlier in the season against teams that didn't even come close to making the playoffs. They didn't. They got to go on the road. This is going to be the loudest game that Brock Purdy's ever played, and frankly, I'm not really concerned about Brock Purdy. I'm concerned about Kyle Shanahan. Last week against a very good defense in Dallas, his offense scored 19 points, and that was with two takeaways that the defense got and a couple short fields that they provided. Dak Prescott isn't playing this game. I don't know that the Niners defense is going to gift the Niners offense with short fields. I think the Niners offense is going to have to work hard for their points, and if they scored 19 against Dallas, I wouldn't be surprised if they scored even fewer against the Eagles. So I'm picking the Eagles to win a very low-scoring, close game, 20-16. And if that makes you mad at me, I understand. But the way I look at this is the beginning of the Niners window. This is Brock Purdy's team. Trey Lance is still here too. And next year, they should be even better. Meanwhile, the Eagles are going to have to back up the Brinks truck for Jalen Hurts this offseason. They're going to lose a lot of free agents. This could be the best year they have with Jalen Hurts, while the Niners could just be getting started with Brock Purdy. And next year, if Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers take care of business early in the season, they could be the ones hosting the NFC Championship game after having a first-round bye. So, I think the Eagles are going to win the first matchup between them and the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. I expect these teams to meet again here in the future, and I expect the 49ers to eventually win. Who knows? Maybe they'll win on Sunday. I'm usually wrong.